Mr. Haney.
Big dog.
Hey, hey, hey,
the
hey. Shout to
the
the
big dog.
boxing voice, the voice of the streets and the people. What's up, King? I see you in there working. Big King, King Senior, the king in the building, the new king on the
Thank
flow with the hottest, youngest, talented fighter coming up in the game
appreciate
with only 15 fights and a national title. You know he means business, and he's starting out with a pro style at that age, like Devin did when he was 16, and he had left the amateur boxing program, King, but he had about 7 national titles, and we had enough was enough. Because we knew that
Yeah.
we were going to have to make that transition from a amateur style to a pro style. So we left boxing at 16 years old, and the whole entire year from 16 to 17, we were getting ready for a pro. And we turned pro at 17 in Tijuana because they said he was too young in California. You dig? So, but I would listen. I
Yeah.
would only say I would love to continue to talk to you off the record because you got a lot of amazing things that's going on. Don't let nobody take. You got a vision. God has given you that beautiful son of yours. He didn't give it to nobody else. I don't know how many kids you got. I got 4 that I've only been blessed 4 times, and all of them are
Yeah.
blessings. You got one. You can't listen. You got to focus on the vision and let everyone else support it.
Yes,
You
sir.
dig? Support it
Yes,
because you
sir.
got the vision and he's with you. But you guys
He
got to
sure did.
ride this thing called boxing. You got to ride it, man. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
And they're going to
A
they're
little way.
going to they're going to cheer, they're going to boo, but hopefully,
Yeah.
inshallah, they come, they watch. One of the most talked
Yeah.
about names in boxing is my son Devin Haney, which, as
Right.
contrary to what Oscar de la Fuya, Oscar de la Hoyal, Oscar de la everything wrong about boxing, still wants to get in the way of the fighter and Turki Alalshikh. But when we talk
Yeah.
about in 2025 and being able to exploit that opportunity, let's say it happens on the boxing voice, and you're here putting it down. So they'll tell you that you're doing the wrong thing. I see that you got a nice social media thing going on, but continue to do it. And God willing, you'll be right there, but the blueprint is the Devin Haney blueprint. And it's hard as a parent because you want to say to them, you say, damn, I need to move them, but I got to hook up with somebody. Ness, I mean, which one do you pick? We chose to
Mm-hmm.
pick ourselves. You dig? We picked ourselves
Fire.
and we started Devin Haney Promotions. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, they
Right.
don't want to give, they want to twist it in a way that saying now you should fire Bill. Well, you don't have to fire or hire. You're the boss. It's Devin Haney Promotions, like it will be King Promotions. You dig? Because you're promoting
Mm.
right here. Where
Mm-hmm.
else do they promote other
Mm.
than the kids?
Yeah.
Instagram, their followings, and an
Facts.
opportunity like you're doing to come on the boxing voice and give it straight out the horse's mouth. The people want to hear that. When you're talking about you don't want to hear me talking, well, guess what? Oscar De La Fuya, he runs a clapback motherfucking Thursday. He's talking more than anybody in the world. So does Bob Arum. But you talk about the voice being silent, letting them talk, well, then that means letting them negotiate. Understand what you're doing because the offer was dropped off to Teofimo Lopez to Top Rank for Teofimo to go through to do the checks and balances. Look, that's after Top Rank and already got the deal, and and then
Yeah.
handed it. Then you have Oscar De La Hoya that has the relationship with Turkey that is putting the deal on the table for Ryan. There's no middleman to us. It's us and Turkey. This is unprecedented. 26 years old and see how much they were making, or how when Oscar, what he was making at 26, what Floyd was making, the best, and then you'll see Devin right above what they were doing. So they'll say that it was the
Mm.
worst year when it's actually the best year. If we
Mm.
had beat Ryan like we would and supposed to when he's performing well, Devin said in the ring, he says, Allah's the perfect planner. And lo and behold, our faith in Allah trusted us. And guess what? The fight, the rematch it's worth way more money. If we had scorched the nigga on that night and it was a no contest, I mean, it was a win, it was decisive, no one would have paid for the fight again. But thank you to Turki Alalshikh, who steps up and the controversy sells and all the everything that's been going on, let alone too, Ness, it's in the welterweight division. So we know that the welterweight division has historically the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Durans, the Earl Spencers, Terrence Crawfords, Floyds, Bertos, Keith Thurmans, historically have made more money. So, uh, you know, Devin brought excitement to the lightweight. He woke up the 140-pound division, and we expect to wake up the 147-pound division no different.
So, Bill, sounds like your advice
Hard.
is for King Senior and King Junior to do the independent route because they have the social media backing.
Well, I'm just saying this. The reason why I was able to be a successful manager, is that I didn't tell the people no lies. I told them by the time that, I got to where, and Devin had, where they are at, they really know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And anytime that you start handing off your intellectual property to someone with the expectation that they're going to just do the right thing instead of saying the time that we hooked up is with Eddie when we told him we wanted Luke Campbell for the WBC crown. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Um, there's shows. There's shows. You know what I mean? We went everywhere and fought. No different than you are. And where you at? Where you at
Houston.
right now, King? At Houston.
Houston.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So it'll be a show, a pro show in Houston. You'll be doing the same thing, cutting weight and making the fight. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
obviously, I don't have any big, you know what I'm saying, instruction and or advice because we've never nest. I've never did it other than the way we do it. When me and Eddie did the Luke Campbell, it would have been Luke Campbell, or they could have made Lomachenko or whatever. That deal that was for a belt. When we did the stuff with our Top Rank, that was to go to Australia. That was for a belt. Then we did the shit with Eddie again to become two-time champion, two division champion. And then we crossed over here this side of the woo with this fool Oscar De La Hoya for the money. You know what I mean? For the money and the fact that, well, the fact that Ryan had been in a big event. He had been in a big event with Tank before Lism, and his delivery on the event, and um it's so in that it wasn't going to happen. Indecisive. It was a very indecisive event. No one knew if Ryan was going to show up, and he selected to choose that form of promotion, set the event back. Well, now you going into it having a Turkey Alalshikh event that's backed by them, that's backed by their promotion, and they have strict consequences about going against the promotion that's in place. So, you know what I mean? I'm
Mm.
I'm I'm very yeah, I'm overwhelmed with excitement to have then reached this kind of event and in the position that we're in. But historically, it doesn't have. Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Historically, it doesn't happen. But now let's call it history because it's not a mystery. We didn't actually did it, so it is a blueprint. Whether or not you know what I mean, a dad or a fighter and a coach, or you know what I mean, is up for the ride. I mean, we went to Mexico to get booze. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all part of the business. You know what I mean?
Well,
Respect.
King Senior, I know you're have an amateur fight today. I don't know if you want to ask Bill anything or if you need to get going because of the time constraints. But Yeah, I mean, Bill's on, and you guys wanted to
I
talk.
just, I wanted to come on. No, I wanted to come on and salute him. I know time. You know what I mean. He got to go. He got to go do that thing. But he's gotten comfortable with the amateur system. You know what I'm saying? He's got comfortable with it,
Yeah.
so he's looking forward to the pros and amateurs. You can
Yeah.
make all the mistakes that you want to make, and if you make enough mistakes, you develop a system, you develop a seasoning. With the pros, are events, it's sports and entertainment, right? If we always refer back to Floyd, we refer back to it being sports and entertainment. Fortunately, God has always blessing us. It was an era where the O, which Floyd, the O made you who you were, but before that, and with the Sugar Rays and Hearns, and it came down to skills. It was back when the time when the fights that you fought, you know what I mean. So I think with Turkey coming into the game, everyone has fought twice on his show. You know what I mean? If win, lose, or not, or whatever, you've seen what he's done with Deontay Wilder, what he's done with Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? And I don't think any different. So I think it's a great era or time right now. I know it might not reflect I don't know if a Turkey event or something like that, because I don't know if he does development like Ness said earlier with Top Rank. But
Yeah.
without ESPN, if Top Rank doesn't have ESPN guaranteed dates, I don't really believe they've they got out of development a long time ago. So they're going to be looking for that that athlete that can sustain, that has a real strong social media presence, but also can sustain. That's not, you know what I mean, that wants to make it happen. As
Yeah.
you get old, as you have more wins, that you could do it. You know, and that's getting the regional belts, getting those other belts, having a relationship with a sanctioning body, and just moving up, because there's not a belt that we didn't have in the WBC from the very
Mm.
beginning, from the the first belt. I forgot what the belt is, but it's the first one for the amateurs that you are under like 21 years old. That was the first belt we got, and so
Mm.
developing a WBC is a great program, great program. As far as that, as far as getting the development fights with the right matchups, who pays for them? Now that's something else within itself.
Okay.
But with the social media, then you should be able to sell in places. You'll be able to, um, a lot of the times we worked with pros, right? Like you said with Shakur, like the time that you guys spent with Shakur. So if you
Hmm.
if you if you if you doing that, and you showing on social media who you are, just like you doing, and going around on these platforms, um, you'll bring more value to your son. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Understood. Two questions. Two quick questions, Bill. Two quick questions, because I look up to you.
Uh,
Can you be my mentor? Number one, everybody need a mentor. And number two, can King train with Devin at least a couple? I just
that
need him to be
listen,
around all of that, man. Come on.
man, listen. That's the number one. That goes without saying. But number two should happen, sooner than later, because that's the one thing that's always good, is the great fighters to get a chance to see each other. You know what I'm saying? And
For sure.
when you see a kid that's on the basics, and then you see a pro who needs to polish him back up. He gets to get around the kid, um, and gets back to the basics, right? But
Yeah.
you know it's a whole lot of drama and a lot of theater theater that goes into the fighting. You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't been hit and you never show, or or punching and not making a noise, because the fighter, you know, or whatever the grunt is that the you know,
Hmm.
as you go up as a pro, they start timing your breathing. So punching without, you know what I'm saying, punching without making any noise was, you know, certain stuff, you know, that that you get as a pro being around other pros, you know what I mean? And we always happy to share. Um, you know what I mean? And happy to, you know, be up around, you know, the young champ, handling his business too, you know, and
For sure.
helping.
For sure. I appreciate that,
All
man. I
right.
know Zab, y'all big brother, or Devin,
Yeah, yeah.
Devin's
Yeah.
godfather, or whatever.
Godfather.
He
Yep.
has said,
Yep.
your godfather, he has said that he said, man, for sure. I called Devin Haney being the youngest world champion, and I'm calling King Jr. to be. He said, I'm calling that.
Yeah.
So we would love to be around y'all for sure, man. And again, I need,
Absolutely.
I'm down to have a mentor. I don't believe I know everything, man. I do not. I don't care how many fighters I develop. I really
Man,
believe that I could keep learning and learning, bro. For sure. I
what
appreciate you,
else?
man.
Yeah, hey, listen, that's what that was one thing that our motivation was and still is that it's gonna be somebody that'll come along and that'll appreciate the fact of a father and a son, you know what I'm saying? Staying together,
Yeah.
staying down, getting to the bag, you know, getting through the adversity, the controversy, you know what I mean, and everything else. You know what I mean, is what we all about is being that. The rest of the shit, it don't mean nothing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
May. Get ready. 144-pound Devin, strong, you dig? Making his way to the 147-pound division, inshallah, God willing, right? After
All
we
praises,
get
y'all.
through with
Will.
Jose Ramirez. It could have been in it could have been in Turkey's backyard. It could have been at Riyadh. It could have been in Dubai. It could have been anywhere. Devin was ready to get back in the ring in May. And what a formidable opponent in Jose Ramirez. What is he, a unified champ? Uh,
Former
is he two
unified.
divisions, Ness? Is he
No,
two division or one
no,
division?
he's only
One
fought at
division.
140s. One division, former unified.
Okay. I
Hmm.
want to have all of his accolades, right? And now him actually getting a chance to go up to a catch weight of 144 and his hopefully ascension into the welterweight division. It's going to be a hell of a matchup, Ness. I was, you know, I had no emotion, but had a whole lot of emotion about Ryan and whoever he would have picked, whether it would have been Esau Pitbull Cruz, who publicly said that, you know, Ryan couldn't beat Devin if he wasn't on drugs. That Esau Pitbull Cruz, I kind of wanted him to have a chance, but then Rolly Ramiro, you know, has an opportunity to upset the apple cart, and I sure in the hell hope that he doesn't. I wish Ryan Garcia just make sure he checks in Nevada and does extremely well against Rolly Ramiro, and Devin handles his business against Jose Ramirez. Well, it's the ultimate grudge match. It's the ultimate match at 147 pounds that had to happen, Ness. And guess what? Oscar De La Hoya is mad because guess what he said? You know what he said? He said it wasn't going to happen. There was no need to happen. It was all of the other shit. Looks like he was trying to kill the fight too. So I don't know what's going on over there. But then when Ryan says that he wants to have an exhibition in Japan, Oscar says that he wants to sue. Nobody said shit. I came on King. I came on and said that the
Yeah.
fighter is in charge. The fighter is in charge, and the promoter works from him. Guess what all the fighters
Okay.
did?
Hmm.
Let people tell him I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And watch Devin get to the bag and be able to be the youngest undisputed champion in history.
All praises.
Yes. But it's not a mystery. The promoters like Oscar De La Hoya, God gives everybody's people something at a certain time. We were given,
Facts.
we know when we came in it, there were sides of the streets. By the time that we stayed down on our program, it was one guy named Turkey that says he wants to put on the best fights in the world. And whoever you people are tied to, let y'all figure that shit out. But I want to deal with the fighter. If the fighter got a manager, a lawyer, I mean, if he got more dancers than an MC Hammer band, you dig? Then all of them are going to split the money up.
Yeah.
When we showed up and talked to Turki Alalshikh, it was me, Devin, and my oldest son.
Hmm.
They
That's
said,
that's
"Is there
what's.
anybody
Hmm.
else with you?" And they said, "Or is there anybody else with you?" And we said, "Yeah, we have a lot of people, but you have the decision makers in the room right now." So I don't know who they
Understood.
talking about. Who they talking about, and Ryan talking about who they would want to. I don't know what psychology you working, but we're working with Turkey. As long as he put them in front of us, we gonna knock them down. You dig? So
That's hard.
I don't know what they. Yeah, I don't know what else everybody else is talking about.
That's
Ness, did I
hard.
cover
Hey,
anything, or did I cover everything?
I mean, he made a whole clapback about you. He don't want. He said you the
facts.
worst. You the worst manager in boxing.
Damn. Who said that?
Well,
What you call said that?
Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm. Damn.
okay.
He always talking this shit, huh? How can he back that up, Dale? How can he back that up, Bill? What proof does he have to back that up?
He said Bill should have just told Devin to say he couldn't escape the left hook, and that Sue and
Oscar,
all that stuff. You know,
listen.
Bill didn't
I
manage a
got
fight.
something.
All
I
that.
got something that's gonna come. That, but listen, get it live
Go ahead.
on the Boxing Voice. There's a reason why
Yeah.
I'm the manager of the year. Why historically? Listen, you take a look at the list of manager of the year in history, and Devin, undisputed. Something that Oscar has never been able to do is have all the belts in one division on lock. It takes a minute and you got to get to it to get through it. Whoever's in the division. Now, Oscar has never done that. Neither has he ever trusted Joel De La Hoya, his dad, that he started with, just like you started with King and I started with Devin. No, you didn't trust
Mm,
him. He's never been
mm,
around like that. He could have never been manager of the year, although I think you might have been fighter of the year. So why wouldn't he be coach, trainer, or manager? Because guess what?
mm,
Oscar didn't trust him. Yeah.
mm.
And
I didn't know that.
he's, I don't know. Listen, they said that it was some kind of problems, but I'm not worrying about that. I'm not worrying about his trust with Joel, the dad. Well, what about the first three kids that you have that said that they don't want to go over your house or they don't want to see you at all? What about those three?
Damn.
Or is it the last three kids that you left? Are you doing the same thing, Oscar, that you've done the first three? Be an absent father to saying that my son should fire me. Well, guess what? I put him in the position to hire me or fire me. What did you put your kids in the position to do? Because it's better me saying that my son can fire me than me saying I could fire my son. That's what I did for my family. Put them in position. A position that you would love for me to get fired so you can take him over there and fuck him just like you fucking Ryan Garcia. Yeah, really though. Because Ryan would love to just travel the world and negotiate his business and not have you there.
That's a good point you just hit,
So,
man. Damn.
yeah. So instead of worrying about the six kids you got at home and you're talking about us being crybaby bitches, what about the fact that you have real babies at home crying for you right now, including your 11-year-old daughter? Huh? I got a 10-year-old daughter named Bella that gets straight A's and she's a tennis standout, along with Sean, 15, all living under my roof. What are you talking about? Yeah, guess what? And they'll have tennis careers and they can fire me too. Yeah. because we chose sports that we can monetize, that we can get involved with as a family, and we never have to go through an organization like the NBA, the NFL, the Major League Baseball to ask for permission. We're doing sports that, guess what, in my household, they're going to be professional regardless, however long it takes to be a tennis player, a boxer, but guess what? You become professional. So that's what I wanted to teach professionalism at my house. Oscar Della fool ya. Oscar Della hoe ya out. So instead of worrying about those
Too immature for this. I'm
6
too
kids
immature.
that you got, you're talking about at his house. Don't come. He doesn't want me to come over his house. I don't want to come over your house again anyway. If the 3 kids that don't want to come over there ain't coming, and the other 3 kids you got can't, then goddamn it, I don't want to come. Yeah. I
You're gonna be
wouldn't
a
piss on
well
the house if
versed.
it was on.
You're gonna be a well versed manager, man. You said tennis and boxing. Oh, yeah, you're gonna really be the manager of the year.
Yeah. Well, long as I'm the dad of the year in my house, long as that they know that I know that the stars are at home and not on television.
That hard. That's what's up.
Hey Ness, did I
I'm
did I
listening.
miss something or did I cover everything?
Covered
No, he got
everything,
me.
man. Covered everything.
Okay.
The
Okay.
both for y'all. The
Yeah.
both for y'all. But listen, Omari Jones is out here in Vegas.
Hey, listen, Amari is a great fighter young fighter out of Oakland. You know what I mean?
No, 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 not Amari. Omari Jones from Florida, the
Oh,
Olympian.
Amari Jones. Okay. Oh, okay. I haven't. I don't know who he is, but shout out to him as well, though, Ness.
Oh, no,
Hey, Ness,
I didn't know
I
you.
already, I already, huh?
I didn't know you wasn't aware of him. I was just saying it because he out here. Maybe y'all wanted to check him out, get that word.
But hey, Ness, clap Thursdays is a dud, man.
You breaking up?
It's a dud. I already did that. Ben, I said clapback Thursday is a dud, man.
Nah, nah.
I've
Nah.
already did that.
His editor is working, Bill.
He
His
got it
editor
from
is
me.
working.
Listen, he got
He
it
did
from me,
overuse
but
the Diddy picture though. I feel like he going ham on the Diddy picture, but that editor
yeah,
is
because he has a Diddy imagination. All the niggas that you know that got Diddy imagination, then guess what? They're they're on there imagining what other niggas is doing. That nigga, you just looking at a picture, nigga. But you imagining all this other shit that yeah, well, that's you. You got the Diddy imagination. You did, and to do memes and shit like that, Ness,
I'm listening.
to do memes and shit. God damn. They you show you as content creators. That's why I be asking. I said, is that what y'all imagining? What this is gonna look like on a meme? This is gonna look like. Is that where your imagination is at?
That's
Uh, that's
actually a good
that's
point. That's a good question.
that's Oscar, man. That's Oscar. I'm definitely one of the guys that gets mad at these dudes to be out here pausing every goddamn word. I'm too old for that. You know, you pausing is because you thinking about what you pausing. I'm not thinking over there. So yeah, I'm not. You know,
That's a fact.
not my
I
thing.
That's
mean,
a
but
fact.
let's talk about it though. I mean, let's talk about it since that's what I'm saying. Is since he want to talk about it. See, I always said don't keep the house and lose everything in that motherfucker. You dig? So along the rip, the man that lost 6 kids, you dig, playing, over here playing big with this laughing and jokey joke shit. You see what I'm saying? Now I did it and I showed him I did, but I did it and got off of it. You know what I'm saying? He's overplaying. He's overplaying and having to say shit that you can't stand on. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the 3 kids that don't want to fuck with you no matter what you talking about. You a Hall of Fame promoter or fighter, and I said this. I said, well, by the time you started, promotion with with yours, You had lost your daddy. Your daddy wasn't no shot caller. He couldn't go on here and talk. He couldn't go have fun down at the motherfucking barber shops and go have fun at the gym and talks at the park. Why? You know why, Oscar? Because you fucked him. Yeah. So he couldn't come out and talk like King. Like if you and your son had some kind of disagreement
Yeah.
after all you done did for him, after all you done did for him and all the stuff,
Yeah.
it would be some tension. You go down to the barber shop or you go to the places and that you normally go, they say, oh man, I'm sorry to hear about you and King. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, that's what they want me to be going through because he went through it. He made the mistake. They made the mistake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so they don't want Devin's
Damn.
Devin's story to be what it is. Huh? Man, Devin talked to Turkey. By me being a manager, a great manager is getting my fighter happy and in a position where he's in control. Not a promoter. Promoter's job is for them to be in control. A manager's job is that the fighter is in control and happy with every decision that they make.
I caught that, Jew. I caught that.
So maybe from a business standpoint, a fighter wasn't able to cross the sides of the street and do what we did to become undisputed. But it all goes back to being independent and believing in yourself. So we catch a lot of real what I call, friendly fire because it ain't nothing, but it's hate from maybe some PBC fans, some top ranked fans, some Golden Boy fans, and we catch it all at a mixture, real good seasoning that they can't stop talking about it because we are truly 2025. You see Terrence, hey, Ness, you see Terrence say, shout out to Bill Haney, man. You know what I mean? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Ness, we're around here doing the right thing, man. It was a great event. The ring event was great, but you know, with Turkey, we came and we said that just like Eddie, we told Eddie, bring him, man, bring who you got, man. Bring, it can be Luke, uh, 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 it could be Lomachenko, it could be whoever. You can negotiate Tank, bring them, and it's never been anything different. Turkey, bring them.
Now,
And guess
what other
what, King?
option
Guess
was
what,
there?
King? It go back to King. It go back to a tournament. And where you at?
Mm.
Where you
Houston.
at? Houston. The tournament
Yep.
consists of 3 days to the finals. You got three different fights, right?
Yeah. Yep.
No different than May, October, and February. We're back the same way that it is. You a tournament. You put them in front of us, and we gonna knock them down. We went
Yeah.
at 14 to Russia for the junior worlds. We won the juniors. He won the junior nationals. Dev won the junior nationals 14 and 15. Right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, 14 and 15. Yeah, 14 and 15. And then so 16 and 17 is youth, right? And he won the youth at 16. So we went to Russia when he was when he was 14, and then we went to the Dominican Republic when he was 16. Dominican Republic was uh, Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico, that region. And then when he was 15, it was Russia, Ukraine, all that, right? So we got some international experience by the time he was 16. And I said, well, the same thing that you says, man, uh, we might need to start developing this pro style. So we got up in a lot of little camps with the pros, Jesse Vargas and different people that might have been fighting. I think he was fighting Adrian Broner or something like that. So you don't necessarily have to get in there with the champion. You can get in there with the other guy to get him ready to be as sharp as he can to fight the champion. So we did as much of that as we could as well, you know. Um, but believing in each other, that's something that it takes the special between a father and a son. And every day it ain't gonna be sunshine, but I best beg to differ, and I bet every day it ain't gonna rain.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
Next,
What up, coach?
next. I'm just gonna ask you for the last time, man. Did we miss something or did we cover everything?
I mean, I was about to. Oh yeah, I was about to ask. Was there anyone else on the table? Because Ryan obviously had more than one option. He had Pitbull and Rolly. Who else did Devin get other than Jose?
Man, you don't get at the top of the game and get to stuttering. I told him, whoever you got, we ain't never look for no other than that fuck the money up. Because guess what? We want max money, you dig? We want max money for sure. Anybody in the world, in or around, we want max money, first of all. Huh? Yes.
I mean, Tio taking a
Anybody you
tough
want.
schedule, Bill. You
Listen,
you think
T.O. was
Tio
on,
made it to the
listen,
finish line?
T.O. Well, no, T.O. was already on the, he was already on the list, on the menu. He was there first. All he had to do was agree to it the first time he came out. Man, the man came out and said, uh, go, he want to do some fights in America and he want to do all this. Brother, if you don't knock it off, we never said that. We never said that. I publicly told y'all, I said Turkey has put the deal on the table. I don't know what T.O. didn't take it or why he didn't take it or nothing, right? Next time I see T.O., T.O. is out in London. He said, hey, Bill.
But that
Oh,
schedule
yeah,
was
this
tough,
motherfucker.
Bill. Hitchens and Boots. Nobody was expecting that. You froze
It was
up.
gonna be tough. It was gonna be tough anyway. No, it was gonna be tough any motherfucking way. Anyway, wherever he gonna go, it's gonna be tough because his style allows for every fight. Claggett, everybody just beating him upside his motherfucking head because his style. You know, styles make fights, and that particular style, um, going up to whatever weight, 147. I just wish him well. I want him to be well and get there because, you know, that's another ultimate grudge match. You dig? So this could be 6 different fights.
Mm.
You know, because
Hey,
they want us to run them back. So
Just
we gotta we have a now Ryan, he doesn't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But there's a rematch clause inside the fight. Now, for
say again.
they're gonna want us to beat him again. I
Mm.
said they're gonna want us to beat him again. Beat him again.
So you got to do it 2 times.
but
Got to do it 2 times, man. Got to do it 2 times with him. Maybe two
Man,
times with Tiafimo. Maybe 2 times with Tiafimo as well.
y'all done froze Tank out. He thought he was gonna get the Ryan rematch.
Man, listen. It's a new campaign at 147 pounds, man. All that lightweight shit and all that, man. Nobody want to talk about that shit.
Mm.
Nobody want to talk about that
hey,
shit.
look,
We
it's a
talking about
pleasure
we
to be
talking
on
about
here with y'all, man.
we talking about
I'm
welterweight
gonna
money,
take
man.
King. That's
Nah,
fine.
go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, yeah, King. Hey, King. Yeah, go ahead, King. Go ahead, King. I appreciate.
Yeah, I
Hey,
gotta take
listen, I
King, man.
appreciate. Get my number. Get my number from Ness.
I'll send it to him.
Okay, hey, yeah, for sure. I appreciate that too, man. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, coach. You was saying, Bill?
Man, I done said a whole lot of shit, man. Yeah, Ness,
It's
Turkey
showtime now.
Alalshikh.
The talking
Tur-
is over. Y'all
Listen,
got to
but
fight.
what I'm saying is, yeah. Oh, it's well, that's what you want. That's what gets you up. That's what the quest to be on the Mount Rushmore of boxing is all about, right? Um, it's not contract issues. It's not manager issues. It's not dad issues. It's in the ring. And when you can get it like that and have that kind of opportunity, an interest from the Riyadh season, I would like to be vocal and say what appreciation we have for this opportunity. You've heard it from a lot of people, and you've heard it in different ways from them. But for us, as a family and a company and all that, for everyone to say that we were dead in the water, Ness, and for us to
You ain't had
show
no
them that,
options, Bill. You had to take them
huh?
offers. You ain't had no options, remember?
Yeah, you heard that bullshit. Well, and then listen, the best option for the biggest money and independence like we do, meaning not tied down to fight fighters that you have. We don't want to fight the fighters that you have. We want to fight the best fighters. And Turki Alalshikh, that's the only thing that he's attracting is the best fighters. He's not signing no fighter to fight Devin. He's just the best fighters, the best fighters, and uh, and they financially take care of everything else to the point that Ness, it doesn't make a difference. Now, Orion Garcia cannot kill the promotion because uh, it's not based on the promotion.
It's not
It's
based on
not based.
numbers. It's not based on tickets. Allegedly, this
Yeah,
fight happening in Times Square. No
yeah,
tickets
but it doesn't.
being
But
sold.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying is the numbers that Turkey does in the financial responsibility he does. It almost says to you, I mean, you say is, man, I don't care where this fight is at. And whatever unorthodox way of promoting a different brand, or I think maybe I think he's promoting a video game as well that night. So the event it's more than uh,
Boxing.
just boxing. It's an event, and to be a part of the event, we didn't give any squawks. We didn't want to give any squawks about uh, that, whether it be the opening, the co-main, the main. It wasn't even about that. It was about the event
Devin is
and
certainly
have.
hated, man. Everybody, the haters are trying to talk about, oh, he's on the undercard. None of that shit matters, man. We not counting pay-per-views for Turkey Alalshikh events. We counting wins and losses.
That's it. That's it. So, and best to believe he's not concerned about it because it's in a hour that's not a traditional pay-per-view model. So anybody else that has the pay-per-view time slot that he'll have it based on it being a Riyadh season, quote unquote, they would get hammered,
Yep.
or they wouldn't get so let's not talk about it being about pay-per-view numbers. It's about uh, those that can follow, the really hardcore fans of the sport, um, get behind it like they always do. Will be a success. And whoever that he brings that are new to the sport, then so be it. It's just a great opportunity, Ness.
When you was in the Ring Magazine gala, there was an interview that surfaced saying that Tundi Ajayi is going to be in the corner. Is that true?
Oh, listen, Tunde has always been in our corner, but not in the corner per se in the ring. And we have an opportunity now with Tunde being the fight being on that side of the continent. That Tunde is up in there, right there in the huddle. You know what I mean? Being given that opportunity that he's rightfully deserved over the long time because he's been knowing Dev since he's been 12 years old.
Now, isn't that going to, like, what about Ben Davison? Now that you guys could come to the UK, it's like, damn, y'all been working with Ben virtually for a minute as well. Is he at least
Yeah,
going to get
that's
to have some sessions with Devin as well, or
no.
that's going to cause too much confusion?
No, no, but see, Nope. But see, that's why I never give any formal announcements about anything. It's just that we've had so many great professors that that haven't had the opportunity to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? And mix it up. You know what I mean? We'll have to ultimately tell closer to the fight. Um, right now, every day on the ground, you got Big Nate Jones out of Cabrini Green doing the dog work, the grunt work. That's day to day, following Dev every city, state, and all that, along with me, doing the same thing with him. Keeping them what we call keeping the tools sharp in the shed. You know what I mean? So, uh, that'll come.
Looks like he got a call. Speaking of calls, the lines is open. We got some super chats here though. Copy Goo, what it do? He just reached out, Ness. Check your DMs. We got him on. Tevis Smith, Lil King, been a monster with the fat $10 super chat. Back with another one. He said King will bust Troy's pack right now. Sorry that we get into these late, but that bomb is for the 210s, Tevis. But again, apologies I'm getting to those late. I just don't like reading super chats and interrupt the guests while they talking and stuff like that. KFB fan page. Welcome to the prospect level. We got DC3 $2. Damn, Troy. These are old. Pistol Parkway Mozzie $5. This guy trying out. Troy, fight back, Hamza. He's back. Got you.
Ness,
Yep.
Ness. I got this one. I'm using this one. I don't need that. I don't need that. Cool.
We hear you.
Hello, Ness.
Yeah, we hear you.
Shout out to the boxing voice, the voice of the streets and the voice of the people. Or should I say the voice of the people and the voice of the streets? Either way, I'm connected. What's happening, Ness?
Chilling, man. Just waiting for this fight, man. I want to see what they gonna make Times Square look like. We haven't seen Times Square shut down for a boxing event since Canelo Alvarez and Mayweather New York City press conference. So I'm excited to see how Turki Alalshikh makes this all unfold for y'all.
Well, Ness, let's talk about let's not that's wonderful because we've been talking about that and I'll talk about that till the cows come home because it's gonna be an amazing event. But the doubt that you would think that we're not making the right decisions by bringing on a pressure fighter like Jose Ramirez out of that part of Fresno, where it's hard to get out of. So he's going to be a hungry and focused Jose Ramirez to pick him and then back him up in October, God willing, inshallah, that we take on Ryan Garcia, another pressure fighter with some speed. Ryan doesn't like to go backwards, and neither does Jose Ramirez. But they chose Esau Pitbull Cruz or Rolly Romero, and you tell me that that's the right thing, Ness? You think that that's the most best thing when getting a fighter ready?
I would have rather, me, I'm sure you heard me. I would have rather it been switched. I would have rather, Jose for Ryan and Pitbull for Devin.
But Pitbull is not going to get me ready for Ryan. So I don't want to even go that way. It's like fighting a southpaw and then coming back and fighting an orthodox. If you're scared, then say you're scared, man. You see what I'm saying? If you know what I mean? If a motherfucker's moving that way. No. Jose Ramirez is a slower version of Ryan Garcia. Probably he boxes better, but Ryan has 12 national championships, so he's a boxer. He knows how to box. But fundamentally, Jose Ramirez is Olympian, so they know how to box. So you take out the unpredictable, right? and then you use the predictable to its disadvantage, meaning they do the same things because they did the same things for so long that I think that it's impossible for them to do any other. The rematch is going to be uh, something special. Inshallah, we get there. But first, we have Jose Ramirez, a tough, tough, tough out for anyone who's only lost to Josh Taylor, and then, of course, lost to a hungry Arnold Barbosa. I've told time and time again, I said that would be a fight that we would have taken because we knew how hungry Arnold was. Arnold was sitting on the stage next to me, and he was all business in the Ryan Garcia build-up. He was the replacement. So that'll show you what the promotion consisted of, and why having a focus different with this whole thing. Doing a
Breaking up, bet.
job.
You losing service.
I said they're able to do their job, and I'm able to do mine.
For sure. Yeah, man, we're
All right,
excited about the return, man. We're excited about the return.
absolutely, bro. Well, we listen.
Whose idea
You,
was 44? Why not just go straight to 47 so that he has two full camps at 47? This way, when you're fighting Ryan, you already built into a 47 pounder. Cause Ryan looking bigger than Devin these
well,
days.
well, I think Ryan's is scheduled for 44 as well, but with Rolly, but it might just be at 47. I think that it could have been 40 or 47, being that Jose Ramirez has campaigned his whole career at 40.
Yeah.
Uh, it didn't necessarily make a difference. We were more so not. It wasn't about Jose. It was more so about Devin and Devin's ability to go up, with a gradual instead of it just being a 7 pound bounce. We just decided to make it a 4 pound bounce, and then the seven
Can I
in
ask?
October.
Can I ask specifically why? Because I seen this done before with Angel Garcia and Danny Garcia. They took, a 43, then a 44, then they fought for the vacant belt at 47.
Yeah, because I don't have to. I can I can put on 4 pounds worth of muscle, 4 pounds worth of muscle quicker than I can 7 pounds because it's still growing. So we'll make the where it's lean muscle where when in October when he's fighting he's made an additional 7 pounds, not just of pounds, but 7 pounds of lean muscle.
Mm-hmm.
The fight is about 8 months away. You figure, the ratio 8, 7 pounds, a pound a month type. You know, it
Now,
doesn't it
what
doesn't happen
strength and
like you
conditioning coach are
think.
you
Just
guys using?
losing weight is,
Because
huh?
I said, what strength and conditioning coach are you using? Because Evan Tobler wanted to come and join you guys.
Yeah. Well, right now, um, we're on speed and agility. So speed and explosiveness, speed right now. And I'll let you know when we get to that part.
I was saying, what strength and conditioning coach are you using for this camp? Because Evan
We don't.
Toler, the former strength and conditioning trainer of Regis, was saying that he was sending some DMs to Devin, and he's always wanted to work with Devin.
Yeah, I think the same strength and conditioning coaches will still apply for this camp. Um, but because we have a plan down to the nutritionist, this extra 4 pounds of relief that he'll have not having to cut down those last pounds.
For sure.
Yep. All right, Ness, I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and eat,
You
and then
got it, man. I'm gonna do the same.
call me. Listen, call me.
Hey, listen, you know I'm only a phone call away, Ness.
You know it.
All
Appreciate
right,
you, Bill.
later.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney. Say his name 3 times, pop up like candy, man.